blood supply. As you study for today, we have ascending aorta. Ascending aorta, it gives two arteries, two branches, right coronary artery and left coronary artery. First, you know that ascending aorta, it starts with the broad part just above the semilunar cusp, and this beginning of the aorta, root of aorta, we call the broad part is the bulb, bulbus aorta, and this has three sinuses corresponding to these three cusps. You see like the enlargements. So this one bulbous aorta, valsalva sinus aorta. We have three, right, left, and posterior, corresponding to the semilunar cusps. So from right, valsalva sinus starts the right coronary artery. Here it is. You see, we have different ideas. Traditionally, historically aspect. For the scientist, anatomist, then thought that if we have the aortic bulb, sinuses, here are the cusps. They close this aorta. The free border of the semilunar cusp are never there. So coronary artery started below this one, below the free edge of this semilunar cusp. And first they think that if the valve, during the stage while the valve open, this cusp turn to the wall of the aorta and close the orifice or the coronary arteries. Clear? Repeat. Explain again. Say something in another way.
Which side is the ventricles?
Ventricles here. Blood flow to the aorta. Coronary artery originated below the valve, sinus. Coronary artery originated there. So they think first, while the heart runs from ventricle to the artery, this cusp turn to the wall and close the coronary artery.
So while blood is leaving, blood can't go into the coronary artery.
The blood can go to the coronary artery. So, and as a tradition, in descriptions, they explain that heart receives blood during diastole. During diastole, what blood bonds return to the heart, close the close the aortic valve, and then it comes enter into the coronary arteries. Clear? While blood wants to return, it goes, while contraction, cusp comes to the wall, close the orifice of the coronary artery during the systole. During diastole, it's full, and then blood flow goes into the coronary artery. But actually, it isn't happened. It's historical aspect. First, we think about this, but it doesn't. If cusps they don't close the orifices of coronary arteries, but mainly blood flow to the heart goes during diastole. It's this one true, but during systole, it's also receive blood, but. No, 60% of blood flow to the heart goes during diastole, so 40% during systole. The blood flow decreases during systole. Clear? So we have two coronary arteries, right and left. Right. Originated from the right coronary sinus. Pay attention. You see, it runs from the aortic bulb, and it runs between the auricle, right and right ventricle. It goes to the coronary sulcus. in the coronary sulcus, it reflects to the posterior side of the coronary sulcus and usually give branch into the posterior intraventricular sulcus, and this branch we call posterior intraventricular branch. And then right coronary artery continue to the coronary sulcus to the left side of the coronary sulcus. Right coronary artery. Left coronary artery, it's originated from the left coronary sinus. It's short, right, 2-3 centimeters, and it branching between pulmonary trunk and left auricle into 2 terminal branches. This one, anterior intraventricular branch, and this is its circumflex branch. Anterior intraventricular branch continue into the anterior intraventricular sulcus. Circumflexus branch, it goes to the coronary sulcus. In coronary sulcus, it reflects heart from the left side and forming anastomosis with the right coronary artery. I explain you right dominant type. We can, in different persons, different variants of blood supply. Look at that picture. Is it the heart? Turn it. No. Right. Next, 29.
I mai să metești blood.
To the right, this. You see different types of blood supplying. We call the codominant type while we have equal first and second. While 2 arteries, right and left coronary arteries, gives branches to the posterior intraventricular sulcus, codominant type. 30% of humans has this codominant type. Right dominant type, these pictures. Right dominant type, these pictures. And left dominant type. Left dominant type, you can see that circumflex artery gives posterior interventricular branch. Right dominant artery, it is this type I explained. This 57% of humans has this type. Left dominant type is the most rare type, near than 10% of humans has the left dominant type.
So basically what will be the dominant is the one that will branch the posterior interventricular.
Yes. Okay. If the posterior interventricular artery branch starts from the right, we call this right dominant. If it will be from left, we will call this left dominant. If it's both gives codominant type. More popular right dominant. I will explain blood supply to the heart for the right dominant type. First, right coronary artery, it gives branches to the anterior wall of the right ventricle. Right marginal artery, it gives branch to the right atrium, arterial branch. Then it goes to the and supply posterior wall of the right ventricle, all papillary muscles in the right ventricle, interarterial septum participating in supplying. It gives branch to the posterior interventricular sulcus, and it will supply posterior 1/3 of the intraventricular septum, part of the posterior wall of the left ventricle, and posterior papillary muscle in left ventricle. It's for the right. For the left coronary artery, it supplies part of the anterior wall of the right ventricle, anterior 2/3 of the intraventricular septum, 2/3, anterior wall of the left ventricle, part of the posterior wall of the left ventricle, and left atrium. It also gives marginal branch, it also gives arterial branch to the left atrium. Clear? We should notice that right coronary artery, wait a minute, right coronary artery. It gives branches, and it's participated in supply of in this more common type, sinoatrial node and even atrioventricular node. Clear? So these nodes receive blood from the right side, and if some problems with the right coronary artery, these problems will offer the problems with the conducting system. With the left coronary artery, these problems will, you see, of course they will offer problems with the blood flow. But if left, it's mainly problems with the blood flow. From right, it's difficulties. It will also problems not only with blood flow, but also this person can have problems with the conducting system, with the heart beating. Clear? Okay. Different types of blood supply, and right supply the first part, the biggest part of the conducting system. Also, on the heart, we should know 3 anastomosis. What is anastomosis? Connection between. We have arterial anastomosis, venous anastomosis, arteriovenular anastomosis. Clear? What is this? Arterial between artery and artery. Venous between vein and vein anastomosis. Да, Лиза Даниловна?
Да, Анечка, если прямо сегодня, ну, в общем, это мне продлило. Буду опять пить этот сумамед 3 дня, потом в понедельник анализ, ну, может быть, уже и сдвинется.
شو بدنا نخليك تخشمها من كلهم كده تليفون.
Понятно.
מדליק את
Так что
החשמל,
на
צריך להדליק את
понедельник
החשמל.
буду